Hello everyone. Let's wait for 2 minutes and then we'll start. Okay, let's start. I think let people join. So guys, in this last session, we have printed our table information in the smart form, right? We printed the values in the smart form in the table format. So we have seen both template along with table information, right? And we are able to see here number of copies are able like how many pages it is printing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, am I audible? Can you confirm once in the comment section? Can you say audible or something? Okay, Genta says yes. Fine. So yesterday we have not taken the unit price, total price. Quantity is one only, but it is coming downside. So we have to take it upside. Okay. And material description it is coming in two columns. It is coming beyond that, below that. So what we'll do is we'll stretch these things and then we'll make it look better. If you go to the next page, right? So if you click on this next page, again, this information is coming and the logo and windows all are coming. So we'll do one thing. We will remove these windows from the page too, so that we'll have more number of rows and the page which the user is going to print will be less. Okay, so let's suppose currently we have 3 pages user has to print, but if we reduce this size, okay, for this item we remove from here, then might be possible that he has to print only 2 pages because the rows are come below. Okay, like very less. So how will we achieve this? Okay, how we will achieve this, so that we have to see today in the session. Along with that, we will see some copy window also, like what is the original window, what is the copy window. Okay, so let's go and first let's print these values also, which is not coming currently. Okay, the currency uh, along with the quantity which we have taken. So yesterday I did not print it, so we are not getting the unit price, total price, and currency. So let's search for field, which field we have to use here in the page one, main window, table, and then which in the main area, right, in the row. So I think these were the fields. Yeah, we removed that field value, this also, and this as well. So these are the 3 fields which we removed yesterday. So first field we will use the NETWR. Here we will use the field final price. So let's see which all fields are available in the table. Okay. So go to S16N, VBRP, give that bill document number. So what was the bill document number for this? This was the bill document number which we are using. So let's see here. Total 34 rows are available. So this is net quantity. This is gross weight. Okay. And then let's move to right side. Let's see which field we can use for price and total price. If it is not available, then we have to use it in our smart form only, and then we can use the multiplication to get the total price. Okay, so that is also possible. We can do it. So it says cost, okay, and subtotal is fine. This will not take it. Let's see in the smart form only. Gross value. Okay. So let's see the field name. What is the field name over here? So this is PRTWR. Okay, so we'll take NETWR only, and then we will multiply for to get the total number of value amount. Okay, like multiplication we can do over here. Okay, or we can just remove that node itself. Okay, how we can do it? Take only the net price, go to change mode, page one. Inside that we have main window, inside that we have table. Okay, inside we have main area, we have line type, and then this field can be deleted. Okay, we will delete this field. Right click on that, go to the main area, table, output. Okay, this is where we have designed this window. Okay, so how we can delete it, guys? If you want to delete this line, how we can delete it, guys? Does anyone has any idea how we can delete it? Can anyone tell me how we can delete the columns from here? We have created main line type with total number of 7 column yesterday. If you see here, if I go right side, so it is available main line type. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So how can we delete it actually? It is total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 column we have created yesterday in the row line type, right? Can anyone tell me how to delete the lines from here? Anyone would like to say anything? See, if I use this minus symbol from here, it will delete this whole row actually. And my whole table, which we have designed, will go. See, I clicked on that, then one copy was created. I do not want that copy. Okay, for now, let's move on. I'll show you later that how to delete this. Select column and right click and delete. Okay, that will not work actually. So why it will not work? Because we in the design section and here we do not have option to delete it actually. So delete. Okay. So first we have to delete this thing from the table itself. Okay. Then only we can delete from here. Then only this will be reduced. Otherwise, total number of line type is 7 only. We'll have to use. Okay. Okay. For now, let's use it. We'll not use that column and. So this column we have not used, so we'll use this column for GS. How to add the field over here? GS percent GS VBRP hyphen NATWR ampersand. Okay, we can use this field for price part. Okay, and check. It will say error. Okay, not error, but parameter with warnings. Let's activate this. Execute this. Okay. So it says field GS VBRP network is unknown in the form. So it's a error actually we are getting. Why we are getting is because we need to give some reference field. So guys, if you know this thing that SE section, if I will go VBRP table, if I go, okay, in that SE11 and search for NATWR field over here, okay. So this is a data element. If you go to currency and quantity fields, okay. So for this, they have used the reference table. Can you see over here? They have used the reference table over here. So we need to give a reference for quantity and currency fields available in SAP, right? So similar way in SAP or SMARTFORM also we'll have to give something like that. Okay. So what is this field available over here is reference field is BBRK and WERK. So we'll give the reference field in the smart forms as well. Okay. So where we can give in the smart forms. So go to the change mode. Okay, global definition, and then here you can you see guys, here we have field to give the currency and quantity field. So which field we have to use? GS underscore VBRP hyphen NETWR. What's the reference field? GS underscore VBRK hyphen WAERK. So this is my currency field. You can see it came automatically or we can select the quantity also if it is quantity field. Okay. Before going there, let's check whether the GSBBRK is correct name or not. So yes, so GSBBRK we are already getting it and that is fine. So let's check and activate the code. Okay, GSBBRK does not have component called NTW. Okay, so we give half name. So NTWR. Okay. Check. There is no error, syntax error. Activate it and execute it. Let's see if still we are getting the error. See, this time we have not got the error. If you see here, the unit price got printed over here. So if you see that error in your smartphone, so you know what to do, that when you are using unit price or any quantity thing, then that time you need to have a conversion available. Okay. That we do in the quantity and quality price thing. Okay. So guys, now we are able to print it, the smart from the table, we are able to print it. But if you see, observe over here, okay, if you observe here, we are printing 3 pages, right? So one, right? If you go to the next page, two, right? And then next page is three. So 34 records are taking 3 pages to print, okay? Let's suppose we have 500 line items, right? So in that case, what will happen that a number of pages might be some 300 something that has to print it. So the user says, I want to utilize this part as well for the page printing. Okay. And I want this logo, main window, first window, all or in the first page only, not every page, so that I can save my pages when I'm printing the smart form. Okay. So how we can achieve this? how we can achieve this. So for that, what we have to do is we'll have to go back to the main page, okay, and then go select the windows, okay, and then we have output options available in the conditions. Here we can say only on first page you can print it, okay. Select all the windows and select the only on first page option from here, okay. So it will be printed only on the first page. So let's click check this button, okay. So it has applied for all. So we have given a condition that these windows has to be printed on page 1, okay, but other pages it should not print it. So let's activate and check it. So give the values. Okay, I give the wrong number. See here, we are on page 1 right now, right? And then go to the page 2. Here it is not printing, but and go to the page 3. Here also it is not printing, but it is no use for me because we have not utilized this blank area, right, guys? We have not utilized the blank area. So there is no use of doing this actually. So how to utilize this blank area actually? How we can utilize this blank area, that we have to see. Okay. So how we can utilize this area is that by stretching this thing onto up, okay, and then utilize a blank area over here. So how we can do this? Okay. So for that we have to go to the main window. What we can do here, okay, we can make a copy of this page. Okay. So how to make a copy? Just click on the copy page, okay, and then right click and paste. It will come down, okay. In that, what we'll do here is we will delete this window itself. Only to give this window, okay. So this is my copy windows, right, guys? Just remove these windows and now let's see. And in the page window, we have one setting. See, what is my next page? Okay. So next page we have to give the page number 2. So what will happen? Page number 1 will be printed this information and page 2 will be printed this information. So we have to select as page number 2 should be my next page. So only one time this will be printed, but every time, like if we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or number of pages are available, that time this page 2 will be printed. For that, what we have to do is we have to now design this thing, okay. So how to design this? How we can design this, guys? We need to design this page. Let's first check and activate this, and we can remove this condition now because this is not required because we have only 2 pages we have right now, so no need to print this. So I'm just removing this condition. I gave this so make you understand how we can achieve this also in the other way, okay. So now check and activate it, okay. So we have activated it. Now let's see, it will print the same way which was printed earlier, okay. LP01, execute. See, we have page 1, right, and then page 2, page 3, right. It is coming like that, right. Now it is coming in the page 3 also, but we have to remove this in the page 3 again. It is called page 1. You can see this information we printed on page 1. So we'll have to again give the settings over here saying in the main page 2, you don't have to call page 1, but you have to print a page 2 only. So activate it. So I gave this purposefully to make you understand that when you're selecting here from page 1, right, that time you have to print page 1 and then next time you print page 2 only, okay. So hope it's clear. So let's activate and check it. Activate, execute, give the values, execute LP01, and this is my page 1, right, which is printing with data, page 2 and then page 3. See, it's working same way, but still we have not utilized this space. right? This is coming, space is coming, some data. And what we want is that this window should be printed from here, right? Why we are wasting the page unnecessarily for the second and third page? First page is fine. We have logos, we have windows, we have address available over here, but we should have not use this page actually, right, guys? So what we have to do is we have to go back. Okay, click on this page to form painter, and then can we see here the window start from here? Then what we can do is we can see, if you go in page one, these are the windows we have in the page one, right? But page two, we have only one main window because we have deleted the other windows, right? So what we can do is we can stretch it to above, okay, somewhere here, and then that's all. You don't have to do anything else. Just save it, check it, and activate it. So as per my knowledge, I think earlier we were printing 3 pages. Now within 2 pages we will receive the data. So let's see if it is correct or not. So just execute it and let's see. So how many pages, guys, do we have over here? We have only 2 pages available. So in this way, we saved 1 pages for us. Let's suppose we other user has 50 pages or 100 pages data, right? So if you go here, the last page is 310. Okay, go to the next page. Then we have 340. Correct, guys? So it has come, and again this much space is saved and the paper was saved. Then we are going for printing. That time we don't have to go for third page as well, right? So some page will be saved when they are working on. So first page, the logo, the window and everything will be printed, correct? And the next page, only the data which is required to print it, so it will be printed. Guys, is it clear to you guys? Can you kind of say clear in the comment sections? I'm waiting for you guys. Yes. Srilita says yes. Aarti Yadav says yes. Okay, fine. So we have printed the smart form. That's how the smart form looks like, right? When we are printing for the customer, we have not given any other changes over here. Okay. Now the user says that still I'm going to print this smart forms. Okay. If I'll again just print this smart form, if you see, observe clearly, we have not printed any footer by now. So if you go here, you can see this space is coming, right? This space is coming. And because why it is coming? Because we have not used the footer. This space is coming over. If you have multiple pages, that time we might see, hi Neeraj. So this space is coming. So what we can do is we can say to the main window, go to the table, click on the footer, okay? And then here it says when it has to be printed. So we can just uncheck this mark, okay? And it has to be printed at end of the table. Like if you want to print the net value, okay, the net amount, net quantity. So every time we don't have to use it. At the last, we can use the footer part. So if you just activate it, okay, and let's execute it. See now, you might observe some change over here with that field setting. So if I go here, see, this got merged, right? This got merged. Earlier, there was some space was coming till here to here, right? Now we can utilize this field. Earlier it was 330, right? Earlier it was less actually. So let me go back and show you again. Just activate it, keep it like that. And how many rows we were printing in that page last time? Execute. So paste down, come down. So 310 we were able to print, and this space is coming, right? So we are not going to print the subtotal of page. We want only the total at the last, right? And if you want to go for subtotal, then go for this area. But if you want to go for only the total, so here we can use the net quantity or net amount over here, and that time we can use this area. Okay. So unnecessarily my page is having some space. So we can remove that space by removing this footer. I do not want that footer at page break. Okay, we need at the end of the table only. So just activate it and execute it. Okay, so let's see again so that it will be more clear. See here. So now earlier 310 was coming, now 330 also coming. Means one more record came into the page. Okay, and here this much space is still vacant. Okay, that can be utilized for the data if we have more data. Okay, so guys, that's how we print the table data. Okay, any doubt till here? Any doubt till here, guys? Clear. Great. So now we have printed these things. So now let's suppose the user, we go to DMart or any other outlets, right? What they do is they print two copies, right? They give one copy to us and they print, keep the second copy, right? So if I just click on this and choose the printer, right? Let's suppose this is my printer and that this said there are two copies need to be printed. Okay. And then click on print preview. Okay. So it means we are printing two copies. So if you see here, page one of two, but copy one of one and 02. So if I click on next page, it will give me the page number two. Okay. If I again go, this is copy number two. Okay. They will keep this copy with them and they will give one copy to us. Okay. And you might have observed that they are maintaining something like original or duplicate or some, let's suppose you are printing it two times. Okay. So that time, if you want to give something like original or demo or something like that, let's suppose you want to give something like that from starting top to down or down to top. Okay, some format you want to give in the backend, you want to give some picture that it is my duplicate copy. Sometimes people what they do is they write it over here, right? They write over here that this is my duplicate or this is my copy, right? They mention over here itself that if I print this smart form, okay, if I print my smart form itself. So if I take this number of copies are 2, okay, execute. So here only they maintain that this is my duplicate copy or not, right? So they just write the duplicate over here. Correct, guys? So how we can achieve this in the smart form, we have to see. So if I just say they can write duplicate over here, okay, or original, okay, they can write original over here itself, okay, and then coming to the next copy, next site, what they can do is they can go to here and then they can mark it as duplicate. So we can also achieve the same, okay, with our variables. We have been some structure available called system structure. For like suppose you guys you already know that we have sign, right, sy structure available. So if I go here, sy, what does it holds, guys? Mhm. Okay, so we have structure called sfsy. Okay, so it holds the smart runtime values of smart forms. Okay, so what all values we can access when we are running the smart forms. Okay, so if you want to know the page number, so that you can use type. page. Okay, you want to use some job number, copy count 0. Okay, these are two things. One is start with 1, one is start with 0. So there are two variables start for that. Okay, then if you want to check what's the current date and time, so you can use SFS5 date. Okay, current time you can use SFS5 time, and sub RC same similar to SAP report program. What's the current username who's running it? Page name also you can print, window name you can print, and these are the for output devices. Okay, so these are the variables we can utilize to print something on system variable for smartphones. Okay, so we will access this part. Okay, we'll create some window, and there we can see how we can use that part. Okay, so we have seen we need to create one window over here. Okay, we need to create one window over here. So where we can create after main window only, we can create uh, here. Let's create, or we are in change mode. Yeah. So after the main window, right click, create, and then window. Okay. Now if you see over here, we have window type, right? So here we have to select the third window. Last time we selected secondary windows, we have used the main window. Now this is a time for our copies windows. Okay. So we'll create a copies window, and you can see over here. Okay, some option copies and are differed. It should be different. Okay, it should be identical. Only original need to be print. Only different thing should be there. Only copies on. So we'll select for second option, original and copies. So both should be identical. We are going to make a duplicate for that. Okay, we are going to use this option to make a copy. And here we will be adding how, if you have to print something, let's go to the form painter. Okay, one window might have created over here. Can you see this window coming? So where you want to write that part, like whether it's original, whether it's a duplicate, where you want to write that part in your smartphone. So I think we have some space over here, so we will utilize this over here. Okay, and then we will use this much. If you want to print something in your smartphones, okay, I think we lost. I am not activated or what? My second page is gone, which we have copied and pasted. Okay, no problem. We will do it again. Okay, we will do it again. Copy, paste, remove these parts. We do not want these windows here. So guys, every time you save your work so that it does not get lost. Okay, I forgot to save it, and that is the reason. Form painter, stretch it. Okay, give the same setting again here in the output control. When it should print the next page, it should print in page 2. Next page should be the page 2, and here page 1 should also have page 2 as a second. Okay, save it, check it, and activate it. Execute. Let's see whether we are receiving the same output or not again. Okay, this is my first page. This is my second page. Okay, we have only two pages. Okay, that's fine. So we have done that. And if you want, we can remove the footer part as well. Okay, guys, give me one sec. Yeah, so now what we have to print is, you have to print the label over here. Okay, that whether it's the original window or something. So you guys know, right? So if you want to print anything in the smart forms, we should have some text element, right? So in the windows, we will create a text element here. This is my copy window, right? So we have created the copy window. So here we will write the context, right? We can write like original. Okay. So my first copy is always original. And if it is second copy, then it should go for original or duplicate. Okay. Then to make it print, how will we giving this information over here, guys? So if you want to write only for two copies or three copies likewise, okay, so we can give in the condition tab. Actually here we have conditions over here. Okay, so we can give SSFI, okay, which is as the structure we have used, then copy count. So this will keep the number of copies we are going to print. Okay, this will keep the number of copies. So if we are printing only one copy, then original will be print. If we are printing two copies, then it will say okay, it's a duplicate copy, it's a what we call, it's a, or not a duplicate, or not able to print something, some information which you want to give, so that can be given over here. Okay, with that help. So let's print it over here. So we can give like that. So copy count equals to 1, then we have to print only the original. So no need to give the duplicate things over here. Okay, but if you want to print, let's see first. Okay, let's see this first and then activate it. Okay, SFSI actually, that was a name we gave the wrong. So that's a beauty of the check actually. Let's check this, give the values, execute. This is my printer. If you see here, number of copies are 1 only, right? We are not changing it right now. Simply print preview, execute. Can you see guys over here original? Can you see over here original? If I go back to the next window, here also it says original. So this is my original copy. Okay, but let's go again, execute. Okay, let's give the number of copies is equal to 2. Okay, now we are going to print two copies over here. So click on the print preview, execute. Let's go to the next page. So this is my original copy. If you go here, see here, now it is not printed. Now there's nothing. Now neither it is coming as original, neither it is coming as duplicate. This is my copy number 2. So how will you print the duplicate over here? Like it's a duplicate copy or not able, should not be used for printing, or any keyword which you want to mention over here. How will be using it actually? Any idea, guys? Okay. So first thing what we have to do is we have to make the, see, when we have copied this thing over here, automatically it came over here, right? Then here what we'll do is we'll create one more text element, and there we will give a condition saying when you have to print is you have to print when SSFI, right? SFSY dot copy count, which is my keyword, which holds a number of how many copies we are going to print. So if it is 2, okay, see, that's a beauty of making copy actually. We created in one, but it has created in both the windows, in the page 1, page 2. If you want to remove, then you can remove it. That's not a problem, but you have to see what's your use. Go to the general window, okay, and here what you can do is you can give the duplicate part, okay, check and activate it. Okay, just execute and execute and execute. So for now, we'll just print only one copy. Okay, so the number of copies are 1. So we are giving only original. Go to the next page. It's original, but there is no more copy. Only one copy is there, right? Now let's print the two copies. Okay, So let's print two copies over here. So if I give the number of copies equal to 2, okay, print preview. So guys, this kind of requirement comes actually every time when we are doing this. So you should know how to use this, okay, original copy and copy counting. So this is my copy one, okay, which is my original copy. Next original copy, and the next my customer copy. You can see over here, it is printed as duplicate. So that's how you can give this your customer copy. You can write customer copy or should not be print or should not be used for official use, something like that. You can write anything based on your requirement. Guys, are we clear over here? Say clear, guys, in the comment section. Guys, write clear in the comment sections. Yes, Sritas, yes, yes. Okay. So now we are left with some concepts. Like currently we are using this from our SMARTFORM window only, but that should not always be the case. We cannot use SMARTFORM directly, right? The user gets the T code to print the values or print the information over here. Okay. What we have done currently is we have given all the code over here in the initialization tab itself, which is not a good practice. We do the code over here when uh, we need to don't want to touch the standard code or sometime what we call that we don't want to make any changes in the code. Sometimes what happens that people have written a lot of complex logic in the report program and then calling this smart form from there. Okay. So that time we do not touch the report program. So what we do is we come here for small codes and then see this is very basic code we have written. But when the coming to the actual scenario, how to put as a watermarks? Yeah, that's a good question. We can do that as well. So now you have to go to new page, okay, and there we have option called background picture. Here you can give the picture, Janita, okay. You can give any upload any picture, and then give the resolution. It will be printed in the background, okay, and then you can print this part actually. If you want to give in the background, so you can give the right click on this copy window, click on create and then graphics. That time only it will be printed for that. You just try it, okay? And if you are getting any doubt, just let me know. I'll help you to resolve that issue, okay? So here we are not going to write any code until unless it is urgent or it is required or we are not capable to write the code in the main report program, okay? So now let's create one report program. From there, we will call this. This is not always case that we go to the smart forms and then call it. The user only has a T code, which then can be called by the report program or can be the function module. Okay, it can be anything. Or after some enhancement also, we can call the smart form. That's not a big deal. So let's create one report program. Okay, so how to create the report program? Go to SE38 G smart form print. We'll call. Okay, and create. We'll create some will print smart form. Will give it as executable. Local object we'll be using. Okay. Then what we'll do here is so in the smart form when you are seeing this, right? We were getting an input, right? We were getting an input as BBLN number, right? So we were giving this BBLN number and then we were passing the output, right? So we can use the same thing over here in the smart form. Okay. We can call this BBLN number also. So how to do this? We'll have to create one parameter first. Okay. P underscore BBLN. type VBLN, and then we'll create some, we will write the same code which we have used here. Okay. If you see here, go to display mode and then initialization. Okay. We will utilize this whole code from here to in the smart form. We will make it empty. Okay. And then here what we have to do is first we need GSVBRK, right? So let's create one structure. So how to get the structure over here? Directly we can say GSVBRK type VBRK. Okay. Then what is the next we have to use? We have GV amount, right? So that we can access there also. That's not a big problem. And what next we have GSKNA1. Okay. So GSKNA1 is type customer, type KNA1. And then we have LTBBRP, okay, which is a type of BBRP table, right? Or table type we have used. So we can give LTBBRP type TT underscore BBRP, I guess. Let's check whether it's correct or not. Yeah, so it's a BBRP. And that's all we'll be using. Let's check the syntax. So it says this CV amount does not exist. No problem. We will keep it comment for now. And it is now working. Okay. It is now all working. So let's write the proper code for this. Okay. So once we have dictated the structure, what we'll do, we will take the PBBLN. If PBBLN is exists, the BBRK data we have, then what we'll do if, right, size sub RC equals to 0. What we do next is sort the table, right? Or sort. There is no requirement for the sort because we have only one entry available, right? In the GSVBRK, so no need to sort. Directly use it in this thing, and then use this part in the select section. Okay, check. So there is no error. It's a warning. So here also we will do some check if okay. If you want to write size sub RC is not equals to 0, then we can write some message like customer information does not exist. Okay. So all those logics you have to write over here. Type E. Okay. So that no further processing after that. And then what you will do is get the BBRP table data from here in the GSA if size sub RC equals to 0. In that case, what you have to do is you have to sort BBRP table, right? Ascending by BBLN and POSNR. These are the two fields mostly we have as a key primary fields. Okay. So what it says, LTBBRP is a table of type sorted. Okay. Why we are getting this over here? Okay. Because there we have not maintained the primary key. We can use the type table of, okay. Because we have used a structure. That's the reason we are getting this. So BBRP we can give simply. Okay. Here we have type table of available. And then it's all working. We'll be getting the data over here. Then once we get the data, let's see whether we are getting the data or not. So we'll put a breakpoint, save it and activate it, execute, give some number. Okay, this number will not work. So this number I'll be taking. Okay, 52. Just execute. The debugger will start. Okay, and let's see if all the things have value. So GSKNA1, it has values. Okay, great. And then go to BBRP table. LTBBRP also has data in this. Okay, that's fine. And then execute it. Nothing will come because we have not done anything after that. We have just put the breakpoint. Okay. Now, next thing is we need to call this smart form, which we have created this, right? We have called the smart form, which we have created. We have to call this smart form from our program. We cannot create from here, right, guys? So how to call this a smart form actually? So we have one function module available called S. Can someone write the function module name over here? The function module name is SSF underscore uh, function module name. Something is there. Okay, let's search for that. It will come from here. Yeah, this was the name of function module which will be utilized. Okay. Now here what we have to pass is we have to pass the form name. So what is our form name? So let's give the form name over here. Okay. So this is my form name. You have to print in the single quotes. Okay. If you want to give any variant, that's fine. No, then let's take the function name out actually. So now you guys know, right? So when we are executing this thing, this is a function module gets generated. So this we should have actually, this is how we call the smart form from the report program. Okay. So we need this function module name. So we have to store it in some variable. So let's create one variable first. So what's the type for this FM name? So we don't know. Let's see in the export section. Okay. So this is associated type. We will use it. Okay. Then we will declare one variable actually for your data, which will hold the function module name lbfm name type this. Okay. Now copy this part and then it will hold the value of our function module name. Okay. And if you want to give exception, that's fine. Let's put a breakpoint over here. From where this has come. Okay. Great. Okay. Save it and activate it. Let's put a debugger over here. Okay. Just simply execute it. Okay. Give this number, execute. Okay. If I press F5 or F6 so that it will be printed. Now if you'll see what's the value is coming for this function module name. Okay. So if you click on this, can you see here the values 1BCTWB 601. So this is the function module name for this smart form. Sometime in the other system it might get changed, and that's the reason we do not give constant name. Okay, we should always use this function module to get the function module name. So see, if you want to compare it, let's go in the smart form. See here also it is the same, right? 601, and here also it is the same. So it means it is calling the same smart form. So this how we will call the smart form now. Okay. So how do we call the smart form, guys? How do we call the smart form in our program? Simply go to this pretty printer. Okay. Sorry, go to this pattern and give the function module name. This is our function module name which got generated. And if I click OK, can you see over here, guys? Can you see over here what it is asking? It is asking what is your PBBBLN number. Why? Because in this smart form, when we were designing this, right, we have not done anything from that now. In the interface section, we have only given the PBBBLN number, that we will be passing this value from our report program or from our selection screen. So it has come. Now we have to pass this PBLN number. Okay. So which variables hold this PBLN number? This one, PBBLN. Okay. And give this value over here. That's all. Okay. We are calling it directly the function module name. Or what you can do is, if you don't want to give this name here, now we have captured that value in this, right? So now you can replace this. Okay. You can replace this with this name actually, LVF name. Okay. You can replace it. Let's check it and activate it. So execute, give this number, execute. Okay. And then print. See, the smart form got called. Now we have to print it in the smart form and from the report program. See, same data is printing from the report also. Okay. Go to the next page. There also we have same data. But if you see here one thing, that we are only passing the PBBLN data. Okay. We are not passing these data in the smart form. KNA data, GSKNA data, VBR data. Why it is working? Because it is taking from my global definition. We have not removed this code. Let's remove this code from here for now. Okay. Because my code is not used yet. Okay. If I just deactivate this code, activate, let's see whether it's going to use or not. Okay. So if I just use it now, now it should not print anything apart from the secondary windows, which has constant data. Okay, let's see. See, It is printing only the address and logo, which is constant, right? These numbers are coming from the table data. Invoice number is coming from BBRK. This is coming from KNA1. This is coming from VBRP. So now we cannot use that data capturing part from there. So what we have to do is we have to go to our program. Okay, this all data has to be sent from this report program. Okay, so how we will send the data from report program? So for that, you should know which all data you are going to send. Okay, which all data you are going to print. So we know that we have GSVBRK, right, guys? And then we have GSKNA1, right, guys? And then we have uh, LTBBRP 3 plus one BBRP value, also BBLN value. If you want to send, you can send or you can ignore it. Okay. So now let's go to the smart forms. Okay. In the interface section, we have to maintain these values that we are going to send these values from our report programs. Okay. So first one is GS underscore BBRK. Okay. Type BBRK. Next one is GS underscore KNA1. Okay. What's the type for this? This is also KNA1. The next one is LT underscore VBRP value we are going to send, and the type for this is TT underscore VBRP. Okay. Just check it and then activate it. So any error? It says GSK1 of the global interface was already defined. See guys, we cannot use this in the global definition two times. We cannot use as an import, and if you want to use, then you have to remove from here. Okay. So we declare this over here for global definition, right? Because we wanted to use it. So now we can remove from here actually. Now let's see again, we'll get some error. See GSVBRK also global there. We can remove this error because we have, why we have created this, because we did not have this data and we were using the initialization tab earlier, right? Here we are getting the code, and that's why now we are getting from the reports. So if you're getting from the reports or the main program, directly we can use in the interface. Okay, here no need to use that global definition over here. Okay, so remove this part also. GB amount I guess should not create LTBBRP. Okay, but GSVBRP will not give any error. Why? Because we are not sending any value for GSVBRP. So let's check. See, there's no error now. So these two things we will be using it. Okay. In the initialization tab, if I go, so we can remove this whole code from here. I don't want this code here. See, it's all empty. Okay. This parameter is not required. Okay. And this output parameter also not required because we are getting this information from our report program, right? And that is, you can access with those name itself. Okay. So this was for learning purpose. We use this when to use this input and output parameters. But if you're writing some code over here, that time it will be required. Hope it is understood, clear, guys. So let's check. See, no error over here. See, if those values are not accessible, right? Otherwise, we will get the data from our pages. We have used these structures, right? These tables we have used in our smart forms. So we should get the error. So we have not got the error. It means everything is working fine. So let's call this. Okay. Now, guys, one thing you have to observe here is we are passing only PBBLN, right? Currently, now, but we have different values also over here, right? So how to pass these value also? These values should also be passed. So what we'll do for now is we'll just execute this. Again, take the function module, copy this function module name. Okay, call it again. We will have to call in our code program again. As and when we are doing any changes in the interface, we have to call it again. So if you see this time, it is having the parameters, all parameters. Hope it's clear, guys. And this time we will pass the data in these parameters. Okay. So PBBLN will pass. Okay. Try to give the same name so that it will not create the confusion. Okay. And then we'll pass the GSKNA1 as well. And we have to pass GSVBRK as well. Where's the GSVBRK? Here. Guys, you can write down your comment also. So if there's some problem or not able to understand clearly, I'll help you right now itself. Okay. And then give this LTBBRP also. See, if I don't give this, let's simply comment this code for now. We are sending only BBLN number, right? So let's activate and execute what it says. Okay. Give this number, execute. It will not print anything. See, missing parameters in the call function. Why? Because there we have 4 parameters and we are passing only one. So it was the old code actually we were trying to run it. Now we will have to change it actually. Okay. Otherwise we will get a missing parameter dump over here. So just remove this part. Okay. Use new structure which we have created. In place of call function module name, you can remove this part. One sec, guys. We'll take 2 more minutes only, then we'll bind up the session. Okay. The concepts will be clear. LV function name we can give here. Simply check if any other value. No, we can give other thing also. We can run it as a job also, that is possible. Okay. Now let's activate it from here. See. Okay. Type conflict in the function module name. Great. So we got the type conflict over here. Sometimes we get this except error actually. So where are we getting this LVFM name? We got this error. Okay. We should not have got this error, but still, let's see why we have got this error. Okay. So go to SC22 to see what was the error actually. I did not see that yet. So if you see here in the section, the print is had to be terminated because it found a statement that could not be executed. Okay. You can add the manage system dynamic call. Therefore, cause rendering the reason for the exception is when calling the function module, an attempt was made to pass internal table LTBBRP. See, this LTBBRP is giving the problem actually. Okay. To formal parameter LTBBRP, this is related in the type conflict between the formal and actual parameter. Okay. So guys, it's creating the BBRP only giving the problem. Okay. So let's see. You might also face the same challenge when you are going to do this. Okay. So what was the error we are getting? Type TT underscore BBRP we have used. So table type is fine. Check if any error. Okay, L2BBRP is a table of type sorted. The sort command cannot be used with this type of table. Okay, no problem. We'll not use the sort command. Next, activate and check. Just execute it. Okay, give this number again. Execute. Now we did not get the dump. Okay, so just execute it. We got the data. Can you see here? Similar thing, but we are not getting the unit price. So guys, you have to maintain that again. Okay, and next page also we are getting the let's print 2 copies. Okay, see here we are printing from the program. Okay, we are printing it from the program, not from the SMARTFORM. And you might have to use it in the output type also. So you might be knowing the output type things. Okay, I'll show you tomorrow and day next tomorrow somewhere. Okay, or on Monday. See, first copy, which is our original, next copy original, and then here this is duplicate. Okay, and the next will also be duplicate. So likewise we can achieve this thing. Okay, hope it's clear, guys. Okay, if any doubt just ping me. Okay, I'll help you on that part. So that's all for today, guys. If someone has any doubt, any question, please let me know. Okay, I'll help you on that part. If it's clear, then let's meet on Monday. Okay, we'll work on the smart form barcodes, QR code, and we'll try to design actually. Okay, we'll try to design this form like we'll give some bold font, some italic font, and all those things. If you want to know some more information about the smart form, you just let me know. I'll try to cover that also in this session. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow, guys. Have a great weekend. Sorry, not on tomorrow, on Monday. Okay. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.